left him with 187. Nigga kept it gangster, doggy the one they checked. Banging in the party, soon as the nigga stepped in. All blue hoodie, covering up my weapon. All blue chucks, blue bandana hanging. East side, Long Beach, 20 crib ganging. I tell the niggas as I put the weed to the flame. Nigga dropping doggy style, about to change the game. Capture gang life in my music. Bust a freestyle and niggas losing. Funky worm, funky baseline. Get your bang on and party at the same time. I'm about to show them how I put it down. You niggas never heard this raw sound. Killers on my team, I got all hands. Spitting rounds with the motherfucking dog man. Put in work, stood my ground. Murder case, beat the trial. I tell all the homies turn around. While I fuck this world doggy style.
Doggy on the east side shit. Walking, throwing up crib. Keep it gangsta everywhere I go. Doggy style and everybody know.
I got the pedal to the flow, nigga. Stay soft in the throat, nigga. Representing death row, nigga.
Doggy style and everybody know.
I got my mind on my money and my nine on me. Don't try it, homie. Last nigga tried, nigga died on me. Slide homie the Mac for niggas trying to ride on me. 5 shots at the back of your hat.
I'm a side out.
Doggy all about the money. Platinum hits, classic shit. You have to admit, this nigga don't quit. Grab the clicky, it's looking iffy. All my east siders riding with me. Real niggas keep it $150. 150 deep on the ground. Ghetto bird spotlight making rounds. Chillin' with a big bitch, she like daddy high. Turn around, bitch, you know I like it doggy style.
Doggy on the east side shit. Walking, throwing up crib. Keep it gangsta everywhere I go. Doggy style and everybody know.
I got the pedal to the flow, nigga. Stay soft in the throat, nigga. Representing death row, nigga.
Doggy style and everybody know.
Yes, sir. Legion of Boom.
What's up? I'm Rock with the Singer, and I'd like to welcome you to the Hood on. What's good? And as always, I'd like to welcome you motherfuckers to the Hood on Lock. I am your host and CEO, and as always, I'd like to give a shout out to those that tapped in with me first. Now, I know this show was supposed to be earlier today, but y'all know I'm planning my trip. So, due to, shopping and shit, getting prepared, your boy got caught up. But I'm here now, so let's go. But still, salute to my nigga SL who was here during the first show. James Hudson, Susie, my ride or die Miss Goldie in the motherfucking building. Hope you over there smoking good. I know that's what you was waiting on last night. And Miss Debris or Deborah's in the motherfucking building. Hey, y'all, I was supposed to produce this content for you guys 3 or 4 days ago. But it's definitely a story that I feel like needs a lot of light, a lot of shine. And I feel like, somehow, some kind of way, we need to do something about this. Hey, yo, check this out. Three teens in Texas killed their stepfather, y'all. 3 teens in Texas killed their stepfather. The reason for killing this bitch ass was he had molested their 9-year-old or younger sister. I believe she was 9. But either way it goes, she was an underage girl. It was a sister. There's no videos of this, no news broadcast, just internet articles, which is crazy that a news broadcast or a news company has not met with these family, the teens, to try to find out what's going on. I'm going to show you what's available, but due to my research in this, I can give you guys a little rough draft of what went on. Okay, so it was actually 2 teens that were in the home, stepbrothers, and the daughter, the sister, went and told her mother that the stepfather was molesting and raping her. When the father came home and when the father arrived, or whatever the case may be, he was confronted about it. The boys attacked him off top. They attacked him. He was able to run out the house and get away. The boys, keep in mind, these are teenagers, riders, young riders. These young teens did what they're supposed to do, in my opinion, and they chased this motherfucker down where they continued to beat this man and they took his life. Now, you know how the laws is. The laws is, other than self-defense, there is no real excuse for murder, unfortunately. And I feel bad for these young cats because I probably would have made the same decision if I was in their shoes. How would you feel as a adult, let alone a teenager, a young man, and you find out your stepfather, who you may liked or may not have liked, was molesting your younger sister? What are you supposed to do? Oh, the right thing is call the police and let the police take care of it. Well, we've seen stories where molesters get probation. We've seen stories where they do get the long ride, especially if they have color. And then some get mental treatment or a slap on the wrist. I don't understand why there is no law adjustment or no law made to protect those. This is a serious crime. And if my younger child or sister or brother was molested, I would have made the same decision these young men probably made. So I understand what they're going through. I understand them not caring about the repercussions behind it. Because at the end of the day, these were not three men that was out there just terrorizing the neighborhood. These were three men who was defending their sister and their honor. And due to, ain't no telling how many instances this has happened, they took matters into their own hands and again did what I felt any real nigga would have did. So let's check out the article and see what the New York Post had to write about this. I'm gonna drop the StreamYard link, so feel free to either call in up on the stream, y'all. Y'all know y'all more than welcome in the hood. Y'all here anyway. I definitely want to hear you guys' opinion on this topic and story, especially when I'm done reading the articles. All right, the article says two brothers and their friends was arrested. Let me show you what these young men look like first of all before we go into the article. I want to give these men their props. I want to be the first one to congratulate these young men. Their stepfather raped their sister, molested their sister. They took his bitch ass out with a good old ass whooping. These guys, in my opinion, and it may just be my opinion, are heroes. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. They are not murderers. They are not crazy. They did what any real young man or man would do if their sister or daughter was molested by someone, especially at such a young age. So I definitely want to give these young men their props, even though we probably won't see these guys, if not forever, for a long time, man. And it's sad there's nothing we can do about this. You know, the hood don't care about race. I never gave a fuck about race. Whether these men were black, white, Hispanic, Jew. The topic at hand was a young girl was molested in a situation, and these men did what I felt they had to do, supposed to do. But again, that's just my opinion. Everybody don't think like me. Everybody's not where I'm from. But I definitely understand these young men and why they did what they did. But let's read the article. Two brothers and their friend was arrested after they allegedly pummeled their stepfather to death after he was accused of sexually abusing their sister in Texas trailer park home. Y'all know I'm smoking, y'all. So y'all, when I pause, don't think I'm so like polar or MHB, y'all. which I know I'm smoking. So when I pause, I'm either relighting my blunt or I'm hitting that motherfucker. Alejandro Trevino, 18, Christian Trevino, 17, became enraged after learning of the disturbing allegations against their 42-year-old stepdad, Gabriel Quintanilla. So these two brothers obviously was instantly raged when they found out what he had did. And they confronted the man last week at his home in Forest, said the police. Quintanilla, which is the father, accused of molesting, who had an arrest warrant for sexually abusing another child. So now, let's look at this scenario. Their stepdad, 42-year-old Gabriel, was already wanted and had a warrant for his arrest for sexually abusing another kid. So most likely, if he's abusing another kid, he most likely did this to his daughter or stepdaughter. This already lets you know what kind of person we're dealing with. For whatever reason, he's at home and the police couldn't find him there. So now we have another victim. So we're not talking about a total innocent man. This is a nigga who was already on the run for sexually abusing another young child. The brothers was like, fuck this. So back to the story. Quintanilla, the father, who had an arrest warrant for sexually abusing another child, was accused of improperly touching his own 9-year-old daughter. This was his own baby, y'all. Let me let that marinate while I light my blunt again. Let me let that marinate. Y'all feel where I'm going with this? What's good to my nigga G Wayne? I see y'all in the building. This is a motherfucker who was already wanted for doing this type of shit to somebody else. Now, these three young men are probably going to lose their motherfucking life because they did what the police couldn't do. How is this man at home? They can find everybody else at home, but they couldn't find him. Is it me or do these molesters get slaps on the wrist? Are they not as wanted as someone else who commits a crime? My nigga G Wayne said they did what they were supposed to and have done because a sexual molester is the lowest piece of shit on the earth. I put sexual molesters and snitches on the same boat. You can't get no worse than a snitch or a sexual predator. Straight up. Back to the story. The brothers fought with Quintanilla, the father, at the trailer park, and all three left before another physical dispute broke out in a nearby apartment complex. Remember when I told y'all they whipped his ass once and he ran out and disappeared? Well, the brothers went looking for him, allegedly, and they found his ass in another apartment, and they went back to putting the beat by Dre's on this motherfucker. Now, the third young man, which is not a brother, he's the friend of him. He riding with his homies. Like, nigga, your stepdad did what, nigga? I'm down with you, fool. Let's go. And so he was putting hands and feet on his ass, too. But the friend, the real homie, who life is also probably going to be gone due to this fucking situation, Juan Melendez, he's 18. He joined in on the second fight. So he wasn't part of the first one. He was part of the second ass whooping he got. The three teens then left the apartment complex, only to return a short time later ahead of a third beating. God damn! We gonna pause right there. My blood keep going out, y'all. Let me relight this motherfucker. They put hands and feet on his ass 3 times. Well, the brothers did it 3 times, and the homie put hands and feet on his ass twice. He got 3 ass whoopings that day for molesting a sister and his own daughter. I don't see nothing wrong with it other than the fact they killed the motherfucker. But I definitely agree with the 3 or more ass whoopings, y'all. What y'all think? See, Wayne said, how do the murderers get life, but molesters get nothing? And both situations affect lives. Right. And how do you do it's wrong to do it to any kid, right? But how do you do that to your own daughter? I also blame the mother. I'm going there, y'all. I blame the motherfucking mother. I don't care if that's her father or not. If this nigga is wanted and accused of molesting another child, why is he left alone or in the home with this kid? Where's the mother responsibility in this? Because I'm pretty sure she knew he was on the run, and I'm pretty sure she knew he had did some shit prior. So why is he in the home anyway? Why is he there? They raid the home, they find him. They could definitely take you for harvesting a fugitive, aka hiding, and take your kids for being a part of that. It wasn't like the nigga was wanted for robbing a bank to take care of y'all or to feed y'all. This nigga's out here having sex with kids or fondling little kids. How do you allow this nigga in your home? Women, you got to do a whole lot better with y'all choices with these men. Whether he's your husband, baby father, or a nigga you just fucking on, y'all got to do better, man. I've heard my whole life that women were smarter than men, but y'all keep doing dumbass shit like this. Again, this is not 100% her fault, but damn, if she knew about this, she definitely has some responsibility in this girl being abused because she allowed him to be in the home, especially as a wanted man for another sexual crime. Let's finish reading the story. So after the third ass whooping, the police said, the trio found Quintanilla injured and walking along on the road. Wait, so it was 4 ass whoopers. The man was then beaten to a pulp with brass knuckles, police. Damn, so them niggas was so mad. They whooped his ass 4 times, I'm reading. 3 to 4 times in the same fucking day. They kept whooping his ass because they probably kept having some kind of psychological replay or relapse of what the sister had said she had went through. I believe that these young men are crazy. I believe they had some kind of psychological events and they snapped. They was unaware of what they were doing. They couldn't control their emotions. Therefore, instead of prison, they need to go to a psychiatric home for a couple of years, be evaluated, and if they're okay, be released back into society. That's what I think is going. Judge Hood said these 3 men suffered tragic, stern traumatization due to what their sister had went through, and they had a mental breakdown, a mental snapping, and they could not control themselves. Therefore, prison would not be good for these young men. They need to go to the doctor, get their mind checked out. And if they're okay in a couple of years, then we release them back into society to be the true citizens that they were before this tragic mental situation happened. That's what I'm feeling like. I'm feeling like this was a mental situation. That the situation that had made these young boys snap uncontrollably. I like the way that sound. I like the way that shit sound. Lawyer Hood, Judge Hood in the motherfucking building. These young men are suffering from a mental situation due to their situation with their sister being molested. This is a psychiatric problem. These young men were not gangsters. They were not thugs. They were regular citizens who had a mental breakdown. Let's finish up this story, though. They found him the 4th time and they beat this nigga to a pulp with brass knuckles. They whooped his ass with them things. The suspects allegedly placed Quintanilla in the bed of their pickup truck and dumped his body in a field in McAllen, where it was found last Thursday. Damn, they threw that nigga body in the fields, nigga, after they whooped his ass. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't feel sorry for this nigga. Melendez and Christian Trevino was charged with capital murder and aggravated assault, police said, and Alejandro Trevino was charged with aggravated assault and engaging in an organized criminal activity. Wow. Y'all really gonna hit these young men with that? That's where we really going with this? You got all these hoe ass niggas out here getting slaps on the wrist, and y'all really about to hit these niggas with the organized crime? These dudes had a mental problem due to the tragic situation their sister went through. They are not criminals. They are mental patients, in my opinion. What's good, audio crack? Don't stop me for that. Like I was saying, you guys, these kids had a mental breakdown. Mental breakdown. So why should they have to face these type of charges? I don't agree with these charges. My nigga Audio Crack said 100. Feel free to hit the link, y'all, or call in, man. I need somebody to chop it up with. Y'all tap in. Somebody tap in. This shit is just not right, my nigga. Like, if somebody try to kill you, you have the right to self-defense. But if a grown man molests your sister, you don't have that same right. You don't have that same structure or ability to fucking defend. This should be a free kill. Honestly, just like self-defense, this should be a free kill. Straight up. I don't get how this system works. Police do worse than this and get slaps on the wrist. They kill a nigga because of the color of them or for running away. And they get 5 years or nothing. Fucking firing. But this nigga can molest his own daughter. And it's okay with that. It's nothing wrong with that. Like, come on, y'all. This shit ain't right. Audio Cracker said, I'll lay down for that. No cap. Only the real feel that. Man, real shit, my nigga. Now, let me show you how real this shit is, you guys. Let me bring up this next article. This is how real it is. Tens of thousands of people have signed the petition and seeking the release of all three of these young men who killed their dad, who was wanted for sexually abusing another kid at the time for molesting their sister. That's how real this shit is. People are tired of this system and who they pickers and chooses to fuck over. Tens of thousands of people have signed the petition. I'm going to find the petition and sign it, seeking the release of these teens who killed their stepfather for molesting their sister, who was also at the time wanted for molesting or raping another kid. This sounds like a bad person to me. This sounds like a person that would have been taken out anyway. I don't see the problem. I'm sorry, y'all, but I keep it real. I don't see the fucking problem with what they did. I know when I do this show and being a business, I'm supposed to be politically correct, but I can't. Right is right, is wrong. What about the pain and the suffering their sister went through? Y'all thought about that? How I feel to be a 9-year-old, 8-year-old, 7-year-old girl, fear to tell or have nobody to tell. You got your own father raping you. And we don't know how many times this shit happened. And you women Y'all understand when you young and when you first have sex, it can be painful for y'all. Could you imagine this whole grown man doing that to you guys? This shit that we live in, this system that we are ran by, this shit is flawed and it's fucked up. G. Wayne said, really not to sound racist, but pedophiles are really white people crimes. That's why it comes with a slap on the wrist. Look at the Pope. Everybody do it. It probably is more of them than us. I can agree with that, Mike, maybe. And the Pope is definitely a good example. Matter of fact, wasn't it a few of them that did it? Miss Goldie said those boys should be released. Audio Crack said, freedom youngins, they did what they daddy should have taught them. Then salute to them youngins 100. Freedom. Exactly. G. Wayne said that was a justifiable murder. That's when I feel like it's a justifiable murder for sure, G. Wayne. And if that don't stick, I definitely believe these boys went crazy and snapped uncontrollably due to the train and suffering of what their sister had went through due to their stepfather. So one of them two, I'm willing to agree with. They either need to be justified and free for what they did, or they need to be sent to a hospital where they can be reviewed psychiatric wise and then possibly be released later on if they're proven not to be totally crazy. But this is not the type of murder I feel like these young men should be hit with and thrown away forever. And I'm not the only one that feel like that. A lot of y'all in the chat feel that way, I see. And as you can see from this news article, tens of thousands of other people feel like these young men should be free, y'all. What can we do? Will the petition work? Some people may protest. Will the protest work with their release? I don't know. That shit only works for certain people in certain situations, it seems. What are we to do, y'all? How can we help these young men? Because they damn sure don't need to be in prison for this. I'm sorry. This is not the type of crime that I can stand by and watch these young men get thrown away. No Cap says, shit, Shirley is fucked with them damn. Shirley is fucked up with them damn. Okay. We as the people got to stop. That's nasty. Unk generation by any means. 100. That's just not fair, you guys. Well, I just wanted to come on here, man, and share this story with you guys. I'm going to definitely keep my eye on this shit. I'm definitely want to see if there's any way I could personally help these young men. If there's something you guys can find out that I haven't done other than sign this petition, please let me know. I really want to get involved in this. I know the outcome pretty much is not going to come out any different than how we pretty much already see it. They're going to pretty much get rid of these young men. But again, I understand what they went through. As a man, I understand how they felt. And I agree with what they did, even if you don't agree. But yeah, these three young men definitely need to have a chance. And they need to definitely figure something out. Because I can't stand by this as a regular murder or a regular victim crime. This man was a wanted molester, and he was accused of molesting his own daughter at the time these three men snapped and whooped his ass 3 to 4 times in one day. So, being a nigga that I am, I can't do nothing but stand by that. But again, I appreciate y'all tapping in with me. I am Sensei Official. I'd like to welcome you motherfuckers to the hood on lock. I got business to get to. I got trips to plan. So I'll holler at you motherfuckers next time. Peace. What's up? I'm back with the team, and I'd like to welcome you to the hood on